Do you remember the biggest hack in crypto history, where $550 million disappeared through single transactions pretty much? Yeah, that one. We're gonna talk about that Ronin hack and the post-mortem of that hack. What caused the security breach? So we got a Ronin newsletter, back to building Ronin security breach post-mortem. They prepared that 5 hours ago, like they said they would. They just needed to get through all the legal work so they can talk about this openly. On March 23rd, if anyone has forgotten, Sky Mavis, Ronin validator nodes, and Axie DAO validator nodes. So I think Sky Mavis had 4 Ronin validator nodes, if I'm not mistaken, and they managed to compromise Axie DAO one as well. So 173,600 Ethereum and $25 million in USDC were drained from the Ronin bridge. So you can follow the full timeline if you want, and the hackers have been identified. So it was a group from North Korea. That's where the FBI has linked the transactions to. On the good side, they have recovered 5 million of those funds as they tried to process them through Binance, and Binance recovered those funds. But obviously 5 million from 550 million is not that big of a deal. A security breach served as a reminder that no company is immune to external threats, and cryptocurrency theft is rising quickly, and the purpose of this post-mortem is to play a smart part in keeping the entire industry more secure. It's a little bit unfortunate, the timing. There were good things coming for Axie Infinity and the Ronin bridge, especially with Axie Origin launching, and the hack happened just a week before that. But what can you really do other than learn from that mistake? Axie has not gone on the ground. It's not like I'm a big fanboy of the company. I'm just reporting the news. They haven't announced the project to be dead. They have raised some funds from Binance to keep that going, so we'll see how that goes. But it is a big deal. There's still a lot of funds that haven't been recovered. The Ronin bridge is not functioning, so we have to talk about that. The hack occurred on 23rd, as we already spoken about that. Timeline, not really gonna go into that. I really want to get into the attack details. So Sky Mavis employees are under constant advanced spear phishing attacks on various social channels, and 1 employee was compromised. And I know what you might be thinking, like, how can you even let that happen? And trust me, with the amount of information that you get bombarded on the daily, especially if you are an employee of such a large company, you get the Discord, the Twitter, any link that you click on could be a threat, and it happens. I mean, I've been compromised. I thought to myself I was staying relatively safe. My wallet was compromised as well. Obviously, it's nowhere near on that scale, but I thought this could never happen to me, and it did. So this employee no longer works at Sky Mavis. Wow. The attacker managed to leverage the access to penetrate Sky Mavis. Okay, so I think he wasn't working at it before that hack happened. I don't think it's a reaction to what happened. The attacker managed to leverage the access to penetrate Sky Mavis' IT infrastructure and gain access to the validator nodes. So at that time, Sky Mavis was controlling 4 out of the 9 validators. Yes, there were only 9 validators. That is not a lot for such a large network. They should have expanded the validator pool earlier on. Obviously, they're doing that now, but it might be a little bit too late. We'll see how that goes. And all you needed was 5 out of the 9 validators to confirm the transaction, which would not be enough to forge withdrawals, right? They had 4 out of 9, they needed 5. The validator key scheme is set up to be decentralized so that it limits an attack vector. They found a backdoor through our gas-free RPC node, which was still open after the November. This traces back to the November when Sky Mavis requested help from Axie DAO to distribute free transactions. And when they did that, Axie DAO was compromised. I think they had access from December, and they just decided to use that in March. I might be a little bit wrong here. I'm not really sure what all of that technical stuff behind the scenes might be, but Axie DAO got compromised because they helped Sky Mavis with the free transactions in November and December. So the security roadmap, and moving forward, what we are talking about here is that Sky Mavis is taking the following steps to make the network a little bit more secure, and that is continuously working with top tier security experts to avoid lingering threats. I mean, obviously you have to do that. Increasing the amount of validating nodes on the Ronin network. 9 is really not a big number. You cannot call that enough to be a decentralized network when there's only 9 validated nodes. At the time of security breach, Sky Mavis had 9. They increased this to 11, and they are onboarding 3 more validated nodes soon. In the next 3 months, the target is 21 validated nodes, so that's a big progress. And then within the long term, the goal is to have over 100 validated nodes. Implement stricter internal procedures as well. Conduct audits. Create a zero trust organization. So the goal is to become a fully anti-fragile zero trust organization that assumes Sky Mavis is always at risk and internal threats as well. Zero trust security model verifies and authorizes every connection, such as when a user connects to an application or software. Sure. Launch bug bounty. They already announced that, and I think that is a very good way to try and incentivize people out there that might be that want to help you secure your network, and incentivize them to do that. So they are offering bounties up to $1 million to encourage responsible disclosure of security vulnerabilities. So if there is someone that is capable of not hacking their own network but doing significant damage to it, they can get a bounty for that in a legal way rather than taking money out of the ecosystem. Now, talking about the hackers themselves, FBI has attributed North Korea-based Lazarus Group, a highly skilled group of hackers, to the Ronin validator security breach. I mean, those funds are as good as gone, right? The US government, specifically the Treasury Department, has sanctioned the address that receives the stolen funds. The Lazarus Group is a state-sponsored cybercrime organization that is extremely resourceful and sophisticated, connected to many high-profile hacks. So they are grateful for every law enforcement official that they engage to help and identify the hackers. And the focus is to ensure that this never happens again by implementing the strongest measures. Now, Ronin Bridge reopening, it's still not open. The only way you can take out funds from Ronin network right now is through Binance. You can do that using USDC, AXS, and SLP. I'm not sure if Ethereum has a connection with Ronin and Binance yet. That might be coming soon. The Ronin network bridge is currently being redesigned and will open once we are confident that it can stand the test of time. We initially expected to be able to deploy the upgrade by the end of April, but that process cannot be afforded to rush. The bridge will secure billions of dollars in assets, and it needs to be done right. If all goes to plan, the bridge will reopen in mid or late May, so we still got some time, up to a month before that gets reopened. And in the meantime, Binance supporting Ronin network for both ETH and USDC withdrawals. All right, so Ethereum works as well. Rest assured that all user funds in the bridge are guaranteed by the recent Sky Mavis funding round. Axie and Infinity and Sky Mavis balance sheet assets and personal funds from the core team. Now, this one is really interesting. This is where you put your money where your mouth is. So they are on a mission to recover all of the funds or replenish them, and that is a big step in the right direction to make sure that the community feels like the team is there for the long term. Personal funds from the core team, I really didn't think that would be a possibility, but it looks like they are doing that. In order to open the bridge, they need to upgrade the Ronin contract, rework the bridge backend, deploy a validated dashboard to approve large transactions, so something like that doesn't really happen anymore. So there needs to be more validators as well. They need to design that, and with the conclusion being they are grateful to the community, incredible board members and law enforcement to help, blah blah blah. They are ready to get back to building, and hopefully they can start doing that. I'm really hopeful for what kind of games they can put on the Ronin network. Really excited about that. I mean, we already know about Axie Infinity, we know about Axie Origin, but what else is out there? I want to see the proposals from the builders program. They have given us an update on that. There are plenty of projects that they are trying to work with and create framework so that these companies, game studios, or individuals that are building the games are supported in the right way, and hopefully we will see some games pop up this year. But that is it for the biggest hack in crypto space as of now. 550 million that have been drained, 5 million that has been recovered, 150 million raised from the Binance funding round, not on the Binance but from the funding round, Binance being a major player in that. And hopefully we will see an upward rise for Axie Infinity and Ronin network in the future. I mean, we've had enough of negative news lately. Let's get through that bear market and let's see our favorite project rise. I know the sentiment around the game and the chain might not be the best right now, but yeah, Axie Infinity has done a lot for NFT gaming, so I want to see them succeed, and hopefully this hack has been or will be just a bump in the road for what we have coming, especially with Axie Origin launching officially in about 2 months. So that's it. Let me guys know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this whole situation and how they have explained and approached it. I'm really glad to see the funds from the core members being put in there as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily playthrough content, and I will see you in the next one.